I'd like to welcome those of you in attendance to the Board of Public Works and Safety meeting for December 2nd, 2021. May I get a roll call, please?
Mr. Margraf.
Here.
Mr. Long.
Here.
Mr. Perez.
Here.
Are there any conflict of interest statements, Board?
No, sir.
No. Approval of the minutes of the meeting of October 28th, 2021 and November 18th, 2021.
Make a motion to approve those minutes.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Bid openings, we have none. Matters from department heads or their representatives.
No. What are we on?
Yes, no.
Yeah, no worries.
Matters from department heads or their representatives? Yes?
Yes.
No? Yes. Okay.
Part of the Westlake extension, NIPSCO needs to do they need a dedicated easement on property owned by the city. This is located at Holman Avenue at Michigan on the west side. Attorney Smith has graciously provided a map of this for us for your review.
It's one of those that we had before where the lines are already going through. We just never had an easement. So the truth of the matter is the chance of us building anything there or needing it would be slim because they'd have to move the lines anyway.
Gotcha.
So this is a permanent?
Permanent easement, yes, sir. And there's lines that exist similar to the previous approval that you did on Douglas Street. And so they're memorializing that, and then they have work to do. And they're basically going to put the wires underground to the pole to the east and then run up the pole. And so it's a modification for the Westlake extension.
I think what's happening is NIPSCO, because we're doing the new South Shore extension, is realizing that, even though these lines have been there probably over 100 years, they didn't have easements on some of them. So as they're going through, they're realizing that, and we're just helping get it memorialized. So Dean's got a copy of the easements. I request that you approve it as presented.
And there are 2 easements because it crosses 2 Hammond properties, Hammond-owned properties.
Okay. You need this back? Or no?
You can just leave it with all together, but those are the 2 easements that need approval.
Okay. Okay. We'll do it.
Just approving what you requested, 2 easements. Okay, then I will make a motion then to approve Mr. Button's request to approve the 2 easements.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Anything else from any department heads or representatives here? No? Okay. Item A, correspondence. Correspondence received from Fire Chief Jeffrey Smith recommending the following promotions and reassignments. EMT 1 Omar Gonzalez to be reassigned to the rank of EMT 2 effective November 28, 2021. And EMT 2 Jeremy Olson be promoted to the rank of EMT 1 effective November 27th, 2021, submitted for approval.
Make a motion to approve Chief Smith's request.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item B, correspondence received from William Short, Chief of Police, recommending the following officers be promoted to the rank of Sergeant as of November 24th, 2021. William Elkman, Robert Gajewski, and Brian Weber, recommending Officer Gabriel Malave be transferred from Patrol Division to the Jail Division and relinquish his FTO specialty pay as of November 28, 2021. Recommending Officer Tom Dillner relinquishes FTO specialty pay as of November 23, 2021. And reinstatement of Officer Ronald Davidson submitted for approval.
Make a motion to approve Chief Short's request.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item C, correspondence received from Dean Button, City Engineer, recommending the approval of the supplemental agreement number 4 with Bain, Longest, and Neff for engineering services in the amount of $27,500 for the relocation of the water main at the Calumet LCR pedestrian bridge.
This is a Little Calumet River Trail Bridge going over Calumet Avenue. During the course of design, it was determined that the wall, we call it MSE, or mechanically stabilized earth wall, was in very close proximity to the existing water main. And so it was decided that we would do a design to add to their scope of work, the relocation of the water main. This is being funded through the American Rescue Plan funding, so you'll see there's an attached pink sheet approved by City Controller and the Mayor, and I would ask for your approval on this action.
Good. Okay. I'll make a motion to approve Mr. Button's request.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you.
Thank you. Got it? Oh, yeah, good. Yeah. Item D. Correspondence received from 5th District Councilman Dave Warple requesting $34,000 of gaming funds be allocated for the police department LPR cameras, replacement of existing cameras, and additional 21 new cameras throughout the city submitted for approval. His request has been signed by himself as well as the city controller and the mayor.
Make a motion to approve Councilman Warple's request.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item E, correspondence received from Brian Poland requesting the Board of Public Works and Safety to approve the petition to rezone the Rotunda Fountain property submitted for approval. Mr. Button.
I'm here on behalf of Mr. Poland. I did speak to Mr. Poland yesterday about this action. The rotunda is up on an existing parcel, and our involvement in engineering is the realignment of Rimbach. We're straightening Rimbach through where the fountain exists. And so we need, it's currently zoned as S1, open space. It needs to be zoned as S3 in anticipation of a replatting. The city, the civil city owns the property, and therefore we need the civil city to act as the petitioner to the Plan Commission for the request to rezone from S1 to C3.
C3.
Yes, sir. Did I say?
S3.
I'm sorry. C3. Thank you. Yep. Thank you. There is no S3.
Okay. No, it's pretty straightforward, yeah.
Yep. Okay, I'll make a motion to approve Mr. Poland's request.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Correspondence received requesting rental registration hearings.
Okay, I'll make them, yes.
Smarmy.
Yes, very smarmy. I'll make a motion to set that hearing for December 30th, 2021.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item G, correspondence received from Kelly Kearney regarding 5248 Holman Avenue.
Mr. President and Board,
Morning.
we were here before you for the concern of the southwest corner parapet wall, fear of it failing and falling onto the sidewalk. We did an inspection with Hassey Construction, and one of the owner's son did a walkthrough and around the outside and inside. On the west wall in the alley where the fire escape is, pretty precarious situation. The fireplace is pulling away from the building and the wall is buckling. So the fear is if we do that southwest corner parapet wall, the immediate concern, it may cause further damage to the west wall, maybe even failure. So at this time, we've closed off the sidewalk, closed off the alley just behind 5248 Holman, and trying to keep pedestrians and people out of the alley and off the sidewalk. In the meantime, we're going to go to a regular demo order, and we are trying to get in touch with the tax sale purchaser. I believe we finally got a name for that, and let them be aware of, let them notice that this is a situation, and if they're going to do anything, it needs to be done quickly, or we'll move to the regular demo process. So basically, all I'm letting you know is that that sidewalk's closed from Holman to the west of the alley, Holman Alley, and then from the north side of Munich to the south side of the Rimbach Alley, just behind the 5248
How
Holman.
close is this to the half school? Right there, is it on that
So,
block?
okay, so it's the Hammond National Building, so Homan and Munich
Okay,
Court, and it goes from Homan to the alley. Then you've got Glendenning's Law Firm, an empty lot, and then the school.
Okay.
So this would be closure of the north sidewalk and the alley between Munich Court and probably the end of, the edge of the old Joe Hirsch building, Indiana building.
Basically,
last week, I mean, we were gonna do emergency repairs.
Right.
We haven't done that yet, right?
no.
Hassie feels after the interior inspection that they want to hold off on any exterior repairs until they get a better feel for what's going on with the building. So we're operating under the emergency provisions of the Unsafe Building Act to basically do what we have to do in an emergency to protect life or property. We think this is the best way to do it based on Hassie's recommendation.
Okay.
At this point. And then, in the meantime, we are, as Mr. Kearney indicated, we are gonna convert it into a regular demo. Probably at, did I give a date, December 16th maybe? Or maybe it was the January date, soon enough.
Okay, but today, all we're doing is acknowledging that the sidewalks are closed down. That's
Yeah,
all we're
because
doing.
you already gave him the authority under the
Right, right.
emergency
Correct.
action of the act a couple weeks ago, or last week.
Okay.
Got it.
This is just an update for you, so you know that all we're doing is doing what is necessary to preserve property and protect. the
And you
public.
said we did go into the building with someone associated with the
Hassey
building.
Construction and the
Okay.
owner's son, they have no interest in the building, that's when they lost on tax sale.
And the
So-
tax sale purchaser did contact the law department yesterday. I tried to call him back last night, he didn't respond, I'll call him again today,
Okay.
to let him know, he'll get notice.
Okay.
Okay. All right, we acknowledge the update on 5248 Holman Avenue. Thank you. Item 8, matters from board members. I have one here from NIPSCO. It was to Mr. Gordish in regards to closing down one lane of traffic. It's beginning tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday, to inspect and treat utility poles. The rolling closure will be on Calumet Avenue between Kenwood and Conkey, 165th between Calumet and Columbia, and on Columbia Avenue between 165th and 170th Street. They'll have traffic control the entire time, and they'll also have a state police car with them as well.
Yes, I'd just like to comment on this. This came in late yesterday, and I'm sorry to rush it, but they have the plans on Calumet. They are contacting the state, of course, because it's not under our jurisdiction. It should only take probably half an hour to an hour per pole, so it should go quickly. And they're going to have traffic control on site, the trucks, so they can move with the rolling closure. So I recommend approval. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll make a motion to approve NIPSCO's request.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anything else? Mr. Long? Mr. Perez?
No, sir.
New business, item A, agreement with Kavanaugh McDonald Consulting LLC for professional services to provide actuarial valuations on our police and fire pension plan submitted for approval. Anything, Mr. Smith?
Never saw it. I don't know anything about it.
Do not know.
Oh, I think this is an annual, from the
I'm
controller's
guessing it
office.
came from,
It's from the controller's office, and Megan submitted it, so if that's the case, I believe these are the folks that do the work every year. I'm fine with that. Yeah,
Okay,
that's why I didn't see it.
you good?
Yep.
Okay, then I will make a motion to approve the agreement.
I second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item B, right-of-way permits submitted for approval from engineering department.
Yes, there were 2 permits submitted. One from Comcast is actually just an informational permit due to the fact that Northcott from 67th to 65th is not a public street. And this permit's for the actual Food for Less, I believe,
Right.
to get their Comcast cable in there. So just coming across from the east side, because Comcast has done that in the past, to come around 67th and up proverbially a Northcott, which is the private road never dedicated when that development went in. So it's informational purposes.
Okay.
So we still need,
So we're approving these requests, right? Or,
You can approve the request as informational purposes, but we do not control the right-of-way.
okay.
It's the
just
private
We'll
development.
acknowledge the fact that this is what's going on.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you. Item D, or take that back. Item C, final plat of DBR addition to the city of Hammond, Indiana, submitted for approval. Mr. Button.
Thank you. This also came from the planning department. This was a plat that was submitted through the plan commission and has been approved by the plan commission as a replat. So they're dividing a parcel in order to be able to construct single-family homes. I believe it's on 167th Street. Recommend your approval on this action.
Okay.
okay, I'll make a motion to approve the final plan of DBR addition.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, that's that. Item D, rental registration for the properties located at 406 Waltham, 4343 Grover Avenue, 4928 Cedar Avenue, 1508 and 1516 Indianapolis Boulevard. Good morning.
Morning.
Is that just the first one?
Yeah, just Waltham, yeah.
406 Waltham? All right.
You need it?
Yeah.
So this property previously sat as a two-unit. The representative for High Realty Investments is here, which they purchased the property on March 4th of 2021. They went through the process to convert the property back to a single-family home as required, and therefore the property was vacant during the time frame, and that's what she's here to register for 2021, a single-family home.
So we don't need to waive any fee or anything. She's just here to pay the $500.
Well, technically, as soon as they purchase the property, if it's, they still have until April 15th of every year to register it. If it's after the April 15th deadline, they have 30 days to come in with either a settlement statement or submit an affidavit within that 30-day period to account for the vacancy until you get a tenant. That no documentation or paperwork was submitted to account for the property, other than but we did confirm permits were being pulled to do the conversion, therefore, couldn't be occupied at that time. So I just we had to fill out the appeal, so that way she can settle up with 2021.
Okay.
So this is only for rental property, right? The
Right.
30-day period?
Yeah. So she has a tenant in the property now, right?
Yeah, tenant.
Yeah. So it's occupied now.
Okay,
Yeah. She just go through the process. That's all.
got it. Okay.
The late fee then, right? Okay, then I will make a motion then to waive the late fee for 2021, and you can register at the conclusion of today's meeting if you'd like, ma'am.
Thank you.
You just want to just have a seat? Thank you.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye?
Aye. Thank you. 4343 Grover?
This property has a new owner. However, our records indicate that it's already been registered for 2021 by the previous owner. Therefore, I don't see the need for the board to take any action. As the property is currently up to date with its rental registrations. Just make sure the owner registers for 2022 after the first of the year.
Okay, so no action, correct?
Yep.
Okay. 4928 Cedar Avenue?
So we have Mr. Mario Lopez as a new owner of the property. Well, you guys believe you picked this up in July, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, and therefore, so they purchased it after the April 15th deadline. This is the first time they're registering the property, and it only owes for 2021. You can-
Just requesting a waiver on the late fee. We're not aware that there was a 30-day limit.
Gotcha. You good? Okay, I will make a motion to waive the late fee for 2021 And sir, you can, if you want to wait, you can also register at the conclusion of today's meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. (1508) and 1516 Indianapolis Boulevard.
These properties are owned by the same individual. One is an apartment above a bar, the other sits off towards the rear of the property next door. It would be my recommendation to waive the late fee for these two properties. The property owner has registered on time every year from 2010 through 2020, only missing 2021. It's their first time, so I request the board approve the waiver of their late fees.
Okay, I will make a motion then to waive the late fees for both addresses.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Item 10, old business. Letter A, demo status on 1219 150th Street.
This is actually the first time, morning. So this is, you may recall this property, Mr. Pearl has appeared like by Zoom and also in person on several occasions. It started as an emergency demo because of the bricks on the street. This is actually the first time that it's before you as a regular demolition action. The plan is, if the board affirms the order today due to the condition of the property, that the property would be then placed on bid for January 13th, which I think the board's going to be probably next week. Will be on the agenda to go to bid for a bunch of properties, and I'll make sure Linda has that list. And actually, this is important. We're going to bid it out front and garage separately because I believe the front, we're trying to work with Mr. Pearl, whereas the garage, I believe, is in just, well, I'll show you the pictures. Have you seen these? Yeah, you've seen them. Okay. There's the garage there on these, in the back, on those back ones there. Sorry, Johnny. Garage structures, and this is how originally we had to get rid of the
Right.
emergency.
Right, I remember.
Bricks. So, yeah, we're trying to work with Mr. Pearl as it relates to the front structure, and Mr. Attorney may be able to give a little update on that. But we'd ask that the board affirm the demolition order as presented to it and allow us to go forward with bidding it out.
To my knowledge, there's been no movement on the zoning issue. It's still, I don't know if he has turned in his paperwork or not. The BZA will not meet this month, so we're going into January if he gets his paperwork in. I don't want to issue any permits or go forward with anything other than demo process until we are sure that he's going to be able to build that single-family home residence at that point. So until we get the zoning, we can't really enter into a rehab agreement.
So if we affirm the order, we still have a timeline of 6 or 8 weeks?
Yeah, it'll be part of the bid package for January 13th. And so that'll hopefully give Mr. Pearl, and as you know, even though we accept the bids, the demolition doesn't occur probably for another, we have to confirm NIPSCO, we got to confirm a bunch of other stuff. It doesn't really happen.
So he still would have time to seek out Mr. Poland and try and get that variance if he wanted to try and build the home, correct?
Yeah, oh yeah.
He
We have
would-
time.
Okay.
But I think we're going to want the garage down. I mean, the garage.
Yes, yes, yes.
But we're affirming.
And then go ahead, I'm sorry, this gentleman I think is from the mortgage company.
Yeah, the mortgage company, MidFirst Bank. I was basically here just to check the status and find out what the action plan was.
Okay, could you just make sure we have your name for the record?
David Johnson for the mortgage company, MidFirst Bank.
So Mr. Johnson's here on behalf of the bank, and I don't think he has any objection to what we're requesting, so.
So just so we're affirming the order for the house and the garage.
Correct.
Okay, gotcha. Just want to make sure.
Building and garage.
Got building and garage, yes.
Okay.
Okay, then I will make a motion to affirm the demolition order for 1219 150th for building and garage.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you all.
Item B, status on 4721 Calumet Avenue.
I don't see anybody. Is it down? They got it down. This is the building next to Speedway. That Speedway came in, they said they were gonna knock it down, self-demoed, so we didn't enter it order, so it can come off the demo list, but there's nothing to be vacated, so.
Okay.
Nick, could you maybe just send us some photos of the,
So we're just acknowledging the fact that it's already been taken down.
self-demo, yep.
Self-demo, all right. Item C, status on 7106 Chestnut.
I've not had an opportunity to revisit the property location to go over what was removed. Based on the photos that the property owner's mother brought in at the last hearing, it would seem there would be 2 other small sections that need to be taken down. The owner has moved forward with some substantial progress and have gotten the occupants out of the basement area. So I just request the board set this over for status, one last status, and so I can get to the property and make sure everything's completed to the code requirement satisfaction.
You know,
Well, I mean, how far out you want to do
Just
status?
probably like January would be fine.
Oh,
we got the 6th, the 13th. Any one of those ring a bell to you?
6th is fine.
January
I'll still be
6th?
recovering from New Year's Day. We'll do the 6th.
Okay. Okay, 6th. Okay, I will make a motion to set that for status to January 6th, 2022.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I second.
All those in favor? Aye. Item D, notice of violation on property located at 1424 Lake Avenue.
Morning, Board.
Morning.
Upon inspection of the property at 1424 Lake Avenue, it contains a second-floor apartment. The owner's already been cooperative on knowing that the unit cannot be occupied as such. We've already gone through the process of deed restriction. He's planning on selling the property to the tenants who live there, so once this is recorded, it'll be their right to remove the unit after they purchase the property. So we just need to have this recorded.
So you want us approving
The deed restriction.
the deed restriction? Oh, okay.
No, this is the initial hearing.
Restriction. Got it? Okay, good.
Yep.
I'll make a motion to approve the deed restriction for the property located at 1424 Lake Avenue.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye?
Thank you, Board.
Thank you. Okay, item 11, meeting open to the public. Is there anyone here care to speak? Sir? I know you've been sitting here.
Yes. I'm here on behalf of my son Alvaro Carrillo, and let me read if I can.
Well, first of all, what property are you here on? What's the address?
4343 Groover.
4343 Grover, was that? I thought that was called.
Yes, that was a rental registration, yeah.
It was already registered for 2021, so the owner just needs to ensure he registers for 2022 during the time frame.
Right.
He tried it twice to come over and register the house, but
It's already, yeah,
It sounds like it was already registered, so we're good. He doesn't have to do anything till 2022.
good.
But before April 15th, okay, so between January and April.
All right?
Okay?
Good.
No, it's already, we found the registration, we're
Thank
good
you,
to
sir.
go.
Good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Thanks for coming
Thank you
in.
very much.
Anybody else?
Anyone else? No.
Okay, I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
That was swarmy.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.